everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over the weekly objectives for the Spirit of Rock event, in which is for Drifting Sands on PC and mobile. Quite a few things that we're going to be going over. The first one, of course, is all of the little rewards that we can get for the event gems, and it's something slightly different this time. They are the cheapest costs that they have ever been, but this time you can only get them in treasure maps. Every single 10 turns you do within a treasure map will now give you a point towards it. The bonus gold we will be having this week is plus 500, and this is whenever we use the new Rock Spirit. We will be doing one team with him right now, and I'll be doing a separate video for a bunch of other teams for him. We are only down to one event troop though for quite a few of the following weeks. The main reason for this is they were trying to push out a lot for the new year, and they are going to be slowing up some, but of course the new kingdom is coming out January 20th for any of you that do not know. That's not this Friday, but the next week's Friday. And we have two other bonuses, 25% for all Drifting Sands this week and 25% for all monsters, which means both the Sand Shark and the Great Maw have 50% extra bonus this week. So we're going to be going over quite a few fun teams with all of these and just kind of messing around with those. But first things first, let's go over the event gems. Of course, treasure hunt. All you have to do is use one treasure map, which you can obtain from Tyree, Merid, or Lil Johnny. You can also buy them, I believe, for 25 glory each in the glory shop. And those are the main ways that you get maps in this game. And of course, you can use that to play this minigame, either by clicking on the minigame tab or just from going into Zolkiri and going here directly. So what we're doing right now is trying to get as many turns as we can. If we get 60 or more, we're actually going to be getting quite a few seals. And every single 10 that we will do, we're going to be getting this week only a event gem, which is nice. That's the only way we can get those event gems this week. So we're going to be seeing a lot of treasure map play then. I guess I can finally go use all of them on my Let's Play account that I've been holding. There's no way I'm going to go use all 1,000 something maps I have right now, though. I think it was like 1,350 or something ridiculously high. But this week's definitely a good week to go if you have any spare maps. Now, as you saw right there, that was the event gem. Every single 10 will be getting that. Every single 15 will be getting a trait stone. And every single 60 we will be getting seals, or at least the first 60 for every map that we do. So that's what we're doing right now. Of course, if you're wondering why I started with 14 turns at the beginning of this, your green guardians do determine how many extra turns you get. I believe it starts at 8. Yeah, it starts at 8. And the green guardian has a base value of 1. So just being in the guild means you have at least 9 turns on your treasure map. And every 20 levels on your green guardian will be an additional turn from there. So let's say you have a level 20 green guild guardian for your guild, when you're whatever guild you may be in. That means you would have 10 turns per treasure map that you do. And currently I have 14 just because that's the max bonus you can have from a level 100 or higher green guild guardian. And yep, we'll just keep taking. Treasure maps are pretty self-explanatory for the most part, or at least for getting up to the smaller values. Take extra turns whenever you can. Don't leave too many of the try to remove all these smaller gems from the bottom. Like, we don't want these little bronze things here. And what I was about to say is try to keep at least a few colors very populated. You don't want to just keep taking things randomly, which I normally end up doing most times. But you do want to try keeping at least 2 colors. Normally gold and silver coins are normally the best 2 to kind of keep around, and try getting extra turns off them instead of just constantly taking them, because if your top is completely congested with chests and other things that aren't actually smaller currency, it's going to be very, very hard to actually gain extra turns, which is kind of in the situation we are in right now. And whenever you can't get extra turns, your turns are just going to start dwindling away until you eventually just lose the map. So let's just get through the rest of this. We do have 3 teams I want to show after this. As I've said, we're just mainly doing these for the event gems. Ideally, we would want to get to 60 turns. I don't think this particular map is going to do it. I'd say only about a third of the maps I normally do actually make it there. On average, I only probably do around a 55, which is a little bit unfortunate. Like, every single time, feels like I go like just below it. But let's just speed through this real quick and get down the rest of it so we can go show our teams. And there was a trait stone for the 45th turn every 15. And yep, we have like no moves left for the most part. Just take whatever and end out the map. So there we go. We'll get all of our rewards. We'll get our trait stones. And it'll have on the bottom how many of those seals we got as well. As you can see right there, the profit For this, we just got 4 of those. So that's actually going to be pretty easy to do. We can do that at a decent pace. You can already see we already got the first event thing. 4 from the one I did before the video and 4 just now. So look at that. That's all you need to do. And then another 10 gems. So I feel like a lot of people might actually be able to get pretty high on these. As far as merit is concerned, he's not a particularly good troop. He was buffed as of a patch or 2 ago. He deals damage to an enemy, 20% chance for a treasure map, and places a random status effect on that enemy. That random status effect used to have a condition on it, but now it always does it. Not a particularly good troop. Mana cost is mainly what's doing it. A little bit too high of a mana cost. But other than that, you could use him with other map farming troops like Tyree or Lil Johnny. Probably preferably Tyree because of the mana conflict with Lil Johnny. But yeah, you can use him to try getting maps. Now, let's go over a few of the teams because there are quite a few fun ones. One of them that I'm actually not going to be showing, which would probably be pretty funny, that I did once before. I wouldn't really be viable to do this late in the game, but triple Sand Shark with a Alkalite is actually a very, very, very funny team. Like when Sand Sharks first came out, I actually made that team just to troll around with, and it was definitely something, but it would take way too long to actually win with, particularly this late in the game. But earlier on in the game, I might actually try it on my Let's Play account if we even have enough. I don't even think I have 3 Sand Sharks, but it's definitely something fun to try if you're around like the level 100, or probably more like the level 50 to 200 range. Might be able to get away with that. But right here, as you can see, we're going to be using a Don't You Dare. Good. We're going to be using the traditional, pretty much what the best Great Maw team is in the game. Great Maw, Mercy, Inferno King, Shegra. This team used to be excessively popular before the Great Maw got nerfed. But, of course, Great Maw is absolutely huge this week because it is getting that 50% bonus. And what Great Maw does is just devour a single enemy of choice and then create a bunch of browns and greens. The only problem with this is he can only cast that once. Even if you have multiple Great Maws, you can only cast that ability once. But it doesn't matter too much. You can see we just ate his other Great Maw, and now we have a Great Maw that ate even greater Maw, and now we're just completely huge. We can throw this down, do a bunch of damage, hopefully get Inferno King up. And at that point, even against Granite Skin, 75% skull reduction. It's not even like it's there. We still hit through pretty much all of it. So going very well. Let's do that. Get our browns. Wasn't able to get the Shegra mana anywhere out of that, unfortunately. Nor can we right now. And we don't have enough skull damage to actually kill. So I believe I'm going to go for an Inferno King. Let's align these up so we get even more damage there. He'll take one of those skulls. And we'll easily be able to get some reds. We'll be able to get the double combo here. You do Inferno King, then Shegra, then you win. And it is very, very devastating. You can get the Great Maw this week. If you do not have it, you can get it in Event Keys. It is the only legendary in the mythic, Event Key drop pool right now. Though you do keep in mind, it is a random drop though. But if you were to ever get a Great Maw, Event Keys is definitely the way to go if you do want to get him. Of course, keep in mind that 50% bonus is only this week. But if we go over to the chest, to go over to Event Keys, you could use some Event Keys. Do keep in mind with this though, 2 weeks from now will be the event for the New Kingdom. So we currently don't know exactly what the New Kingdom's troop is, so definitely make sure to keep at least some event keys for that. Don't waste them all on the Great Maw, but the Great Maw is one of the better legends in the game, particularly this week, so you may want to get it if you are interested in it. Otherwise, wait for the New Kingdom. So next up, we're going to be using the Magical Monster. I'm going to be doing an extreme buff on Crimson Bat. Crimson Bat is one of the best true damage troops in the game. The other one is the Mythic of Draculus. But of course, Draculus is not a monster, so we need to use this instead. So it gets the 25% bonus, which mine is doing 22 true damage per cast. We're going to be using those Soothsayers to raise it up even quicker. And we should be able to easily just triple them out. 3 single Crimson Bat casts, and it'll be a team wipe. You will likely be able to do it at 2 around your level. Just because HP levels are this very high this late in the game, so it'll take us 3 casts. But lower levels, this is normally a kind of team that you'd use more towards the 100 to 500 range. I would believe would be more towards the optimal. But basically any time where you can double cast with any kind of true damage like Draculus or Crimson Bat will tend to be very good. So we'll do this. We may actually even be able to get a double cast on some of them. We'll at least be able to kill the Gorgotha if nothing else. All we need to do is just get 1 more magic on it, which will definitely be possible. Then again, if we get enough magic buffs, we might be able to double cast them. It's normally a little bit hard to try to give them a lot of mana though, because or magic, I mean, because we are only gaining 1 magic per cast. As you can see right now, we're doing 24, so we are going to be able to at least kill out one of them with a double cast, and then the rest of them with a triple. We do need to make sure the giant spider does not get enough mana if we can, because of course if he does, that will be very dangerous for us, because it'll put a whole nother little spider there. And, well, not very dangerous, but it'll delay us quite a bit, because it'll put a full HP spider, and then we'll have to kill through all of that. But we'll just use a Herdmaster. That'll give us basically all of our mana. A little bit short on bat. We did set a red-blue, though. So even if it is a little bit short, we can just take them manually if we really need to. So right here, I believe I'm going to do it here. That won't be enough mana, though. Okay, maybe we won't. Let's just use another one of these. That should be enough mana, because it's right next to all of the reds and blues. So we'll go for that. Use this again. We don't have enough to actually kill that, kill the Dragon Soul, unfortunately, but he's not really going to do much with his ability. He'll take the skull next turn. We'll just throw this down, and now we just need one more Crimson Bat, and that is the team wipe. Let's see, we'll do that here. One thing to note is you cannot do this particular setup without a Crimson Bat or a Draculus. You do need one of the two. I don't believe there's any real alternative. You could try doing it with white, but it would be a little bit slow because you'd have to kill one at a time instead of all of them at once. But white does have a higher damage than them, but of course it's only single target, which would take a little bit longer. But he did get that spider off, so we are going to need to double cast on that. He's going to also get a skull off and probably kill out our first little soothsayer there, but that's not really going to matter too much. We'll just team out them. And now any damage we do will pretty much be the death of him. So we'll just explode up, clear out the board, get some more space. We'll get the cleanse too. So we're no longer poisoned. Not like it matters too much. It's going to die anyways. Oh, nope. AI is not smart enough to go for the kill. So we will just take some blue here. The scene... Actually, it's probably better just using this because that's guaranteed. So we don't need to even depend on the surge. We'll just destroy all of the reds and blues that we need. And then kill it out with a 27 damage Crimson Bat. Something else that you can do with this team if you want is you could even slot it with a first slot Humility, which would work pretty well. The main reason we were using Crimson Bat here is mainly because of that 25% bonus. But of course, just keep in mind, all monsters this week, there's a nice variety of different ones that will be fairly useful. And another Great Maw here. I don't know if we'll actually be able to kill it with the team we have, but it'll be interesting to see. We're going to be using a Rock Spirit, Deep Boar, Apothecary, and Famine. You can replace out Famine for something else. Particularly, you'd probably want to replace it out for a Great Maw because it would actually synergize pretty well. And you probably want to switch the slots just a little bit if you were to do that, though. Probably put Rock Spirit in last slot and Great Maw in first slot if you're going to do that. Actually, let's do that right now. Why not? Let's actually replace out the Famine. We'll go for the Rock Spirit in the back. Of course, if you use Rock Spirit in any of your teams this week and win in PvP, you will be getting that extra 500 gold. So let's just use our Great Maw, and yep. And this is from, of course, the one right over here, the event. Go over there. Every single time you win with a PvP with it on your team, extra 500 gold. So that is going to be very useful. If I'm not mistaken, the last one was only 400 gold. So nice that they buffed it up to 500. So yeah, let's actually try this. We're going to be rushing up our Deep Boar, getting our mana up, and then kind of rushing him out. He's going the Mercy route with this, which now that we're using our Great Maw wouldn't be a bad idea if we went Apothecary Mercy. But we are going with the Deep Boar. Using a Deep Boar instead of a Mercy will help us cover every single color, whereas he is missing a single color right now of red. But let's see what we can do with this. We will, of course, want to bait out his Mercy. We do not want his Mercy to get off a cast. That would be very, very, very bad. So right there, we'll be able to take our yellows. Very nice. We even get the blues that we need, which means as long as this surges, we should be able to get our mana, and it does. There are skulls there, though we are going to completely ignore it. We're just going to go for the row, or I mean column, all the way over to this right here. Get our mana. It does miss some. But, oh, that would have been perfect if that didn't miss. That would have been full mana. But he does get a little bit of brown. He might even do his Mercy. No, he's going to wait till next turn to use his Mercy. So we'll go for one of our browns now. That means we'll have our Great Maw up, and we can just devour him. And then we don't need to worry about anything. He's even going to miss with his Mercy. Something I'm going to do here, instead of taking mana, is... Oh, wait, never mind. We're not at full mana. I would have cast right now, even the... If we had full mana, I would have cast. Because we'd want to keep all of the mana actually on the board, particularly the browns and yellows we'd want to keep on the board, because that would increase our chance that our Great Maw would get an extra turn, because he spawns a bunch of brown and yellow every single time he casts. So hopefully he won't get the last of his mana here, and no, he will not. And there's a good chunk of brown and yellow there, so we will probably be able to get it with the 8 yellow and brown spawn. So we'll do that Devour, get over that, and there we go. We have everything up, other than our Apothecary, 2 off. But we can just throw the new troop. New troop has a very good boost ratio for earlier on in the game. It's kind of like the virus, except even better. It has a higher boost ratio than him. The only big difference he has is a lower base damage, but not by much. But he destroys a column in a row. He's basically like a Soothsayer, actually. He destroys a column in a row, and then he does a 4 times boost ratio based on every single brown destroyed. You may even be able to use him with a Soothsayer earlier in the game. But right here, we'll want to aim for as many browns as possible. I also want to get some of the extra browns so he actually gains all the mana that we need. Fortunately, that is 1 off. We could have probably set a banner for that if we wanted to. I went with double blue just to make sure we get our Deep Borer up quickly, as well as Apothecary up after that if we ever need it. But our damage is a little bit lower. We do need to poke him down just slightly before we can actually really do any killing. So we'll get rid of the yellow. We don't use yellow anymore now that we have used the Great Maw. Normally, when using the Great Maw, it is good to have another yellow and brown on the team just so you can keep using those manas. Unfortunately, we do not have a yellow, but we do, of course, use the brown. So we'll go and... Not that many good locations for this. Let's just do it right here so we get some of our mana back again. Do that a little bit of split damage. And now, if we take skulls, we actually do have enough damage to kill through them. So that would be good. Let's just throw this down at whatever column has the least brown on the 2 sides. So we'll go for that one. I mainly do that because out of basically every move you can do, that has the highest chance of actually getting a extra turn. So we'll just move this out of the way. And this is mainly our main damage source other than skulls on this team, which is a little bit weak this late in the game, but earlier on in the game, those are some pretty big split damage. That's very similar to the kind of damage that you'll be able to do with a Ranger earlier in the game. So he's going to get a Bone Dragon off. He might even get a kill here. That'd be interesting. Nope, a lot of damage, no kill. That is a very tanky Great Maw. I very rarely see things survive a Bone Dragon cast. And he definitely did right there, mainly because we already got the Devour, and now we'll kill him for that. Normally, the only things that survive it are anything with Stone Skin or Granite Skin, but that is pretty tanky. Or an Agile, being extremely lucky. We are frozen on brown right now, even though he doesn't have any of his manas, or his mana's locked because of that. If we try taking these purples on convert, we're actually going to lose our turn, like right here. So do keep that in mind. Oh, never mind. She cleanses. The cleansing! But if we would have gotten an extra turn by means of not cleansing, we would have lost our turn. I almost forgot about that she actually does do that cleanse, so we don't even need to worry about any status effects either with this team. So we'll get that skull off, and we'll just need 1 more skull, and then that will be the match. Actually, I think I'm going to try taking it directly. So let's just aim here for the browns. Just take all those out of the way, but we're aiming here for the skull. Okay, nope, we didn't get the skull. Worth the shot. Definitely worth the shot. Again, like right here, maybe we'll try for skull. Come on.
Mana surge.
Nope, no skull. Twice, we missed it.
Mana surge.
He has a mercy. Not too worried about that. It's just going to give a little bit of HP, which we can easily still kill through. So we'll just throw down one of these. We get the extra turn. Yes, we do. Those browns, I may leave there. Let's see. Can we Apothecary something? Yes, we can. We can do that right on the yellows there. Get a bunch of browns on the board. I do not believe we have enough brown to actually kill, though. How many would we need? We'd have to hit about 5 of them. Oh, wait, never mind. I forgot. It's only 1 troop. That's going to do a lot of damage to it. And there we go. We killed it out. Probably did about, what was that, 60 damage, I think, to a single target. Not bad. And that's not even at Mythica either. I just got 6 copies of it to bring it up to Epic. It's a base ultra rare. So yeah, that will do it for this video. If you guys have any other questions about the event or anything in the game in general, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.